Welcome to another episode of the Ballinesian podcast here on the Polytickin Network. Thank you so much for tuning in. Someone's talking about sports. Charger and Raider fan going to be talking about the NFL happenings. Chargers.
Hey, shut your mouth.
And the remaining 5 weeks of the season. A little bit of outlook there before the playoff push, if our teams make the playoffs.
Don't insult me like that.
Well, I mean, I
Do
wanted
not
to be
insult me like that.
together. We are a group.
Do not insult me like that.
Fantasy football playoffs are about to start. It is after Thanksgiving, before Christmas, so nothing's getting done at work. It's kind of like that twilight zone of the year as we close out 2025. And we thank you guys for tuning in to the Ballinesian podcast here on TPN. Speaking of the network, make sure to tap in. Whether you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please follow the YouTube page, Polytickin Network, the Polytickin Network, where you can get all the videos and episodes of the podcast, as well as, interesting clips, new stuff, shout outs, announcements. I don't know if those actually, you know what, just follow the page. Thank you guys for tuning in. What else do we got? Shout out to Levasa Island Apparel, Brother Eri, down there in Modesto, California.
Pop up. Look into those pop-ups, man. Show up to those pop-ups.
You got to be following the page for the latest information. So also follow Levasa for the pop-up schedule, as well as the community schedule that they're doing. I know this Friday, December 5th, they have a mobile fresh drop there at Via Dolorosa Congregational Church in Modesto. So 1331 Cascade Avenue, Modesto, California. I think it's like an hour. I'm not sure exactly what time the mobile fresh drops starts, but it goes quick, and there's a lot of food and resources to be had there. So follow Levasa for more information on that, as well as the latest updates for the brand. It's cold.
Brand.
They got blankets.
Oh man,
they got sweaters. Make sure to follow the Instagram page and also check out the catalog at www.levasaislandapparel.com. All right, sports. Let's wait. Actually, we were talking on the Patreon. We got a special question from one of the patrons. If you are on the Polytickin Network Patreon, patreon.com/the Polytickin podcast, you can submit topics, questions for us to talk about, research, discuss. And Aleo Mack out of Kalihi, Hawaii. He was off of the Patreon for a while, but resubscribed and he's kind of catching up. But he had a question talking about Wemby, Victor Wembanyama, and whether we thought it was possible that he would be able to catch LeBron James in terms of points scored and certain career accolades. I'm going to ask you for your take on that. But we were talking on the Patreon about it. It seems kind of improbable. Like that's a tall task to attack, right? 42,000 career points, sort of stuff like that. Wemby did have a better statistical rookie season. But I think at Wemby's pace, just on the points alone, averaging 26.2 points a game for like 80 games, it would take him 18 plus seasons to catch up with LeBron's 42,000. And already with the injuries last year, he's injured right now. Wemby is with a calf strain. So it's just like you're already on pace to come short of what LeBron did for, what has it been, 25, 30, 35 years that LeBron has been playing basketball. But what do you think? Does Wemby have a shot to catch LeBron? Because he does look like an alien out there. He's doing crazy stuff.
I mean, there's a lot of things to think about because one position he plays, people will say he plays positionless basketball, but he is the center. So depending on whether the offense is going to flow through him, then definitely, yeah, that puts him at a really good advantage. And then scoring wise too, because LeBron plays the perimeter a lot more than he plays the post. So, he's going to get more chances to shoot threes, but if we're just talking in general, like scoring wise, then definitely because scoring for the most part, if you're an elite player, scoring is probably going to be the easiest thing for you. Like
Mm.
rebounding is super physical. Blocking a shot, you're not going to get a chance to block every shot. Steals, again, you have to be on the ball, but scoring, once you have the ball in your hand, you can score. If you're an elite scorer, you're going to score. Injuries, of course, is going to play a part in it, like you said, but who knows? You said what was the average that he has to average the next 18 seasons?
His current career average is 26.2. So if he went along that pace, it would take him 18 years.
So, I mean, who's to say that he can't average like 30?
Right.
Uh,
Okay.
if Westbrook can average a triple double almost like through
Yeah,
almost his career,
yeah.
like definitely if you put your energy towards scoring is one thing that I think no matter how many points you score and you hold the record, it's probably going to be one of the easiest or easier, sorry, not easiest, but easier records to break because that's the name of the game. You score, and a lot of the times we measure elite players by scoring. So of course, LeBron James also had, I think he had a. Did they come in the same year, or I think LeBron maybe had a year ahead of him, or a couple years. So LeBron also may
LeBron.
have a few years on him in the getting into the like because he came straight out of high school. I don't know Wemby didn't play high school, but he was playing professional ball in
Mm.
France. So
Oh, okay, I got you.
yeah, entering into the league. So, but I do think he can. I think he can because he scores in a just so many ways, multiple ways he can score. LeBron's, like I said, his advantage will be that he plays on the perimeter and like he's got more opportunities to hit threes from out there, which
Yeah.
will definitely make your average go up. But again, 3 pointers aren't going to definitively say you get that record because look at Steph. Steph's arguably the greatest 3 point shooter, and he scores other than threes, but he doesn't score the same way LeBron does, which is why he's not the points leader. So uh,
Wow.
yeah, LeBron because LeBron he can muscle his way in. He scores in the post. Steph's got to get through people,
Mhm.
get around people. LeBron can go through people. There's a lot of things that go into it, and Wemby's probably right now the closest because he can just, like you said, an alien out there. So I think it's possible if he can stay healthy, and they've got the talent now. They're securing talent. They got Dylan Harper out there now with them. De'Aaron Fox, uh, Kevin Johnson playing good. So their team right now, I think they're built well enough around him that
Oh.
I think they can. I think he can if he
Well,
comes back healthy. He's got to be
does
healthy though.
does a better team help or hurt the case of
Help, help,
Wemby's?
because now he's not doubled all the time. He'll get more opportunities to score because everybody else is a threat on the
Mm.
court, better passer on the court. If Dylan Harper and De'Aaron Fox are better distributors, and one thing Wemby has against other centers is my guy runs the floor very well. He doesn't sit back. He's not that regular. Well, not too many centers these days are the regular trail from behind centers. A lot of these guys are up and down the court with the rest of the team with the fast guys on the team.
Uh, yeah, and then you also kind of compare that to LeBron early on and his teams. They had to go through him more,
Yeah,
yeah, because they're
for
the
sure.
worst team. So you could have a bad team and then everything just runs
Goes
through
through
that
you
superstar, or you can have a good team that makes it a lot easier for that superstar
for
to
sure,
kind of be more efficient and also stack up
for
points that
sure.
way. As far as their rookie seasons, and their in both of their rookie seasons, LeBron in 2003, I think Wemby 3 years ago, Wembenyama played 71 games. LeBron played 79. LeBron's stats, his rookie year stats. I know it's been a long career, so it's going to bounce away. But comparing their rookie year stats, LeBron, 21 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, zero point 0.7 blocks, 1.5 steals, 41 field goal percentage, 29% 3 points, 2.5 3 pointers attempted a game, 75% free throws, and he played almost 40 minutes a game. Wembenyama, his rookie season, more points, twice as many rebounds, 4 assists, 5 times as many blocks per game, uh, a better field goal shooting, better 3 point shooting, almost twice as many 3 pointers, better free throw shooting, and 10 less minutes per game. He did 29 minutes per game. So that just that first season, people are like, oh, It's possible, but in seasons 2 and in seasons 3, for Victor Wembanyama, we kind of see that oh, you're an alien, like out of this world body type, but also there's a reason those guys probably aren't as
For
scattered
sure.
throughout the league because they be getting
Yeah.
hurt. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
had that
look
with
at
Chet too. Chet Holmgren, he got hurt.
Porzingis.
Yeah.
Porzingis
Oh
gets hurt.
damn. Yeah.
So, but the thing also is they came into two different situations. Like Wemby came into a rebuilding San Antonio, as with LeBron. He didn't come into like a great championship team, but he did come into. They still had Drew Gooden. They had Zydrunas Ilgauskas. They had Mr. Buckets, Larry Hughes on the team. So they had guys around them who could still really play ball. Like, I mean, people want to say that LeBron took a bum team to the championship, but Zydrunas was an all-star. Larry Hughes
Big
was,
Z.
yeah, he was an all-star. Drew Gooden gave you good buckets. He gave you rebounds. And then Larry Hughes, like I
Drew
said,
Gooden. Damn.
yeah, Larry Hughes would give you buckets. I don't care what people say. If you saw Larry Hughes coming out of St. Louis University, my man gave you buckets. So
Nice.
two different situations, and not to say that they didn't count on LeBron as much. It's just that they flowed through LeBron, but LeBron was able to. LeBron's also been known to be a good distributor. He's a passer. He's got good vision. So that also goes into that. Just that rookie season, he was probably also just trying to get assimilated. They didn't ask him to do too much. They didn't ask him to do too much. They just asked him to do everything else no one else was doing. You know what I mean? So they had Larry Hughes who could score. Zydrunas was probably their focal point at the time, even though he was injured often during that time. But he was still like their actual star player. LeBron, of course, was their future. There's no debating that. He came in right away. But he did everything else that they were missing, which is a lot. And then he took over after. But Wemby came in, and he was literally the team when he came in. Like they drafted Wemby
Yeah.
for that reason that season.
They
They knew
had Chris
LeBron.
Paul his first year, yeah, and that was it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Chris
So
Paul and a bunch of
and now Chris Paul is gone from Golden State.
bro. Okay, wait.
There's
So
a lot of things going on too now because supposedly Coach Lou didn't want to meet with him and talk about the bad influence he was said to be in the locker room, and Chris
Chris
Paul just
Paul, locker room guy, was a bad
they
locker room guy.
these are just the rumors that you're hearing, and they're saying that Chris Paul wanted to clear the air about that, and he didn't want to meet, and now so I mean it sucks because it's gonna be he said stuff going on right now about what's going on. But I hate to see that happen to such a great player on the court. I don't know Chris Paul off the court. If you heard a lot of things about Chris Paul, how he's a hard ass off court or how he's the best teammate off court. So conflicting reports, but still one of the greater point guards to play the game. To have
So
him like the end of his career come like it's not. I'm pretty sure he's gonna play somewhere, but like
yeah,
towards the end of his career, like for stuff like this to happen.
even in LA, even going back to LA and calling this his last season, most likely, they told him you're not going to be a starter. You're going to be
Right.
coming off the bench. It's going to, it's not like a real dedicated amount of
Position for
minutes
him.
that
Yeah.
that we're going to be able to give you. But yeah, you can come back, and even that uh to not pan out, I feel like it's something with the Clippers because with the Spurs, was he with the Spurs last year?
Yeah, last
He
year.
played
And
82 games last year. He was like a
and now
top five
yeah,
point guard.
not only
That's
that,
crazy.
they like them out there. Like
Oh yeah, what the
the
heck?
younger guys, I thought he should have stayed there. I thought maybe he just wanted to finish career in LA, or maybe he thought that those guys were going to be healthy for him to play with and they had a better chance at a run. But uh
Yeah.
I thought San
But
Antonio
then Pablo
right.
Torres.
And also I think Pop being sick, I think he probably went there for Pop to be on the bench with him.
Yeah.
So I think Pop getting sick and that situation probably led him away from San Antonio. But I thought
He
that was the
said,
better situation.
"Oh, I quit."
Right, because I'm gone.
Damn.
So I mean, but
Yeah.
yes, Wemby,
Chris
I think
Paul is gonna retire this year
I,
and be floating
well
around.
deserved, well deserved. I think Wemby can to answer my guy's
Oh,
question. I think Wemby can. I think he's just like you said, you got to be healthier. But I think the
sure.
scoring for him is going to be. We've seen it, you know, and with I like the backcourt of Dylan Harper and De'Aaron Fox. You know,
Mhm.
I think that's really going to help. Wemby. Dylan Harper also is coming back from injury right now. I think he's back on the court. So
Yeah.
should be cool, man.
Yeah, our biggest thing was the injuries, right? Compared to LeBron
Right.
only missing a handful of games each season
Yeah.
until, like the last 5 years when Father Time starts to catch up with you. And to see that Wemby has already missed chunks makes it be like, oh, well, now it's in the air. Definitely if he was there for 75 to 82 games a year.
Yeah, every year.
Especially in the first 3 years, your first couple of years in the league, when you should be, your quote unquote youngest and, freshest and most healthy.
True.
Is tough. But I like that Wemby is kind of taking the torch as the big name or the player that people want to see
Yeah,
for the league. So that's cool. Yeah, shout out to the Polytickin Patreon. If you have questions that you want discussed or topics that you want researched and talked about here on the network, on the Patreon, or even here on the Ballinesian podcast, join the Patreon. Subscribe. It's only $5 a month. What is that divided by 30 days? Like a 10, 15, 17 cents a day? Come on.
For 17 cents a day, you can feed
for 17 cents a day, you can tell podcasters what to talk about, right? And
right.
Yeah, we'll let you know if you're tripping or if you're right on it. And if you're wondering about whether Wemby can catch LeBron in points and accolades, it's possible. It's possible. So yeah, definitely. I'll also give you this little news. You can send your sports questions directly to us, and we'll talk about them also. DM Ballinesian on Instagram or TikTok, or email your well thought out words to ballinesian@gmail.com. All right, let's switch over to football. It's 2/3 through the season, and things are starting to shape out. The playoff field is
for who, Lance? For
dwindling.
Whose team?
For all of us. We're all each week getting more information on what the future looks like.
I know what the future of my team looks like, Lance.
The Chargers and Raiders played in week 13. The Chargers got a win at home. Samoan Raider was bantering with Sean Merriman after the game. Bro, that was funny. That was funny. Sean Merriman brings out the belt and does, I want you to hear this. Smack, smack, smack. And then Samoan Raider's like, you still ain't got no rings, though. Oh, I hate how effective that is as a rebuttal. I hate it.
That would have been my second comeback to him. I would have been like, oh yeah, syringe, bitch.
No, this is shaking it. This is shaking it.
I remember when he came out with it, he was like, oh, he's turning off the lights. It's like, no, he's injecting his steroids.
No, he's being shocked by the lightning bolts, the Chargers. Superchargers. Oh, again in the Navy uniforms. We like them.
Navy, yeah, love those.
The Chargers moved to 8-4. And are not guaranteed a playoff spot. There are 5 games left, and it's the third highest remaining toughest strength of schedule. It's the Eagles, the Chiefs, the Cowboys, the Houston Texans, and the Denver Broncos, which all have pretty good defenses. The Cowboys were mocked as a defense. They've given up like 40 points multiple times, but they do seem to be doing a little bit better now. Thank God.
Look at this guy
really,
trying to make his team's opponent.
You're gonna get better now. You're gonna get better now. They added Kenny Clark in the Micah Parsons trade, but they also added Quinnen Williams, who is a really good defensive tackle from the New York Jets, and linebacker Logan Wilson.
Which is funny because people were mocking that too, because they were like, man, Jerry Jones was withholding that information about who
he was like, oh, there's a big blockbuster trade coming on the trade deadline, and the first trade that went through was Logan Wilson to the Cowboys. And we were like,
but look, he's doing really well for them. he's playing really well for them.
That's the thing. I see Maris Liufau punching the shit out of people. Bro, like now when I'm catch like freaking Cowboys defensive plays on red zone or whatever I'm watching, I see number 35 coming in, and it's like, yeah, he's going for the ball, but he's punching you in the chest also. He's like, That fool hits.
Hey,
He hits
it's
hard. He got
okay,
a
man.
like a
He
nasty like a
comes
mean streak.
he comes from a very, very good line of linebackers from
Mhm.
wherever he was drafted from. So I have no problem with him punching it because yeah, he comes from a great school. So
He comes from a great school, so he can punch people.
yeah, we're allowed
What
to do that.
crazy. Oh, let's yeah. So the Chargers win
Hey,
the
look,
game. Well,
we took a loss as Raiders, but the biggest loss I think was by the Chargers because they lost their quarterback for a couple of weeks. Pretty big
whoa, whoa,
injury.
whoa,
Pretty
whoa, whoa,
pretty
whoa.
big injury. Hey,
I'm
hey,
trying to
I'm
make
just
it a
saying.
multi-week absence over here.
Hey,
This
two
guy.
weeks is multi. It might
They
be
said he's
two
out for two
weeks.
weeks.
No, I'm hoping he is just getting on to
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
two.
Because Justin Herbert fractured his left hand. Shout out to Jeremy Chin, who was all over the field on Sunday. Chin hits Justin Herbert. Herbert falls on his hand, breaks it. Stays in the game, throws a quick touchdown, but then leaves for the locker room. They have to put it in a cast and fit a glove over it for the rest of the game. He misses like a I think a drive
Just
or
a
most of
drive.
a
Yep, it
drive.
was just a drive.
Trey Lance was out there looking okay, which could be very important for the next couple games if Herbert
For
does
sure.
start to miss time. Also, if he gets re-injured, because I know it's a broken bone. If he falls on it again, he's messed up. And the teams know that he has a broken hand because it's been reported. So if you drag Justin Herbert down, you might be knocking him out of the game if he lands on that hand rock. Uh, Herbert said after the game that he is planning to play Monday Night Football versus the Eagles. I feel like that's a very stock answer that also doesn't really hold any weight. He's planning to play. That's great. That's great. Are you going to play, though? That's the question. He got surgery on his hand on Monday. You're saying in less than 7 days, you're going to be out there running around risking that kind of another re-injury when
Right.
but here's the other thing. This game versus the Raiders was a must win. The Chargers not guaranteed a playoff spot, right? They still have these 5 games to go. And I think it ranges from like 3% if they only win one more game out of the 5 to 30 to 60% chance if they win 2 of the games out of the 5, up to a 95% chance if they win 3 out of the next 5 games. Tough defenses, but those are kind of the statistical chances of making it to the playoffs. It's still a possibility that the Chargers miss, which really sucks. Should have won those games. Should have won that game versus the Giants. Should have won that game versus the
Those
Commanders.
those those are the ones that are gonna hurt because those are the games that you think back and you're thinking like, damn, how did we lose that?
Mm-hmm.
But it was
Mm-hmm.
again probably just one of those days, one of those nights where nothing was going right for you. So those are the tough losses because
Yeah.
you could have won those.
And those East Coast trip games have also been very problematic. Even though the Chargers won against the Titans, eventually won against the Dolphins, they lost the game at New York. And I think they were in Jacksonville when they got smacked 35-6. So hopefully don't have to travel to the East Coast if they
Right.
make the playoffs. But these other games, Denver's not too far, Dallas not too far. Yeah, okay. Uh Gotta win those. Justin Herbert with a broken hand. I don't know. The line is not, the best. And they're going up against the Eagles who will be sending everybody. Um yeah, so that's just the situation for the Chargers right now. Broken hand quarterback. Oh,
They
that's
do they do get Omarion Hampton back though. They do get Omarion Hampton back,
hopefully next
which
week.
is yeah, which is big. He is active as of now. He's available to play. But again, I think it's smart. He's a rookie. You don't want to just send him back in after an injury like that. So
Uh
even with
it's
playoffs on the
been a
line,
long time.
yeah,
He
yeah,
hasn't played since week 5.
yeah,
So hopefully he's fully healed up and well rested and ready to freaking carry the team
for
to a
sure.
couple of really close, very needed wins. Let's flip over to the other side of the ball. The Las Vegas Raiders in the first year with Pete Carroll, Geno Smith, not the greatest. and officially eliminated from playoff possibility with last week's loss, mathematically. What 5 more games? And I think the Raiders have almost the same people that the Chargers have, other than the Cowboys. You guys already played the Cowboys. You're going to play the Giants, but then the same four: the Eagles, the Chiefs, the Texans, and the Broncos.
Right.
For you as a Raider fan, what do you like now that you know you're not going to make the playoffs, and you've probably been leaning that way for a while? What is, I guess, how does this change the rest of the regular season for you? Are you going to be watching differently? Or are you going to be hoping they do a certain something differently?
No, because like I mean, you asked me before, my answer's still the same. It's just uh you want them to now kind of maybe looking to the younger guys. If you're trying to make next year's team, this is your chance to step up. If you thought your
Oh,
spot was solidified, it probably isn't. So if you're a starter now, you'd really like to see those guys actually play, like play for something. I know the playoffs are gone, but shit, well, play for your spot for next year. For the younger guys, you want to see them come in and gain some experience and get better. And maybe you find like an actual starter from those guys for next year. Dante Thornton as a wide receiver, maybe he gets better reps. Jack Besh too, because they've looked good at times. And Jack Besh is probably ahead of him right now just because size wise and the position he plays, because he can play inside as a wide receiver and outside with his height. So he's got he's got an advantage over Thornton. Um, Maybe some of your own linemen play those guys. Carlos Rogers, play him on the line. I know Mike Mayer missed last game, so we want to get him some reps along with Bowers. Maybe run a little more 12 personnel with both of them in there. And then maybe it is time to shut Gino down and play Kenny Pickett, something different. So we see what they have going. But Chip Kelly's not there, so I mean
yeah.
that that uh that offense is gone. So whatever you're running now, yeah, you just want to see younger guys, especially in the defensive backfield. So you've got a lot of young guys, maybe Stokes, because I'm pretty sure they spent some money on Stokes. He's young. You can tell he's got the skill. So maybe try to develop him a little bit more. He was a first round pick for Green Bay a few years ago. They got the other corner that they drafted. I can't remember his name. That's how bad of a season is. I'm not even up on it. But for out of Arizona State, he's lengthy, he's fast. I think he has a chance to play. Polomau might be his last chance to prove he cannot cover at all. Oh my gosh, so bad in
He's a
coverage.
linebacker.
I think so. I mean, he can move. Maybe he can make that. He's big, man. 6'4", 220. You know,
What?
yeah, yeah. Polomau's a big guy for a
Oh, damn.
safety. Yeah. Uh, so I mean, and his Polynesian roots. He doesn't look like he's
Yeah.
that weight. You know what I mean? At 6'4", he looks skinny, but he's a pretty big. He's a bigger safety. But yeah, they're gonna have to make a decision on Malcolm Kuntz because he did sign a contract, and they're gonna have to figure out whether or not he's worth like really keeping and maybe not moving because he still has potential. I think he can still be. He's still young too. And then yeah, your D tackles you're gonna figure that in the offseason because none of the D tackles. Oh no, I'm lying because Jonah Laulu had a decent season. He had a decent season, so I think at least you keep Jonah Laulu and maybe play some of the other guys. Tonka Hemingway's been injured. Um,
And you get
I
those
haven't
youngins
seen,
in there.
I haven't seen much of JJ Batiste in there, so maybe play him. Give these younger guys a chance. Let them play. Guys who haven't played much. Your linebackers, yeah, maybe play Eichenberg. So I'm looking to see a lot of these younger names or guys who haven't really played get into the rotation these next couple of
Nice.
games. Be nice to
And see
see.
what you got. So
Yeah,
like, well, going into free agency this year, going into the draft, you're like, oh, actually, we got a guy for that spot. We can look
yeah,
somewhere else.
for
And you're
sure.
like,
Even if
oh,
it's
we
just a
used the
backup that you want to
time.
keep. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Even if it's like cornerback 3, cornerback 4,
yeah. You
at least
solidify your depth now.
guys. Yeah.
Yeah,
And having that information that you like, oh, I know that we have someone in our pocket that is a starter level, that is a replacement level, type of guy. And then we don't need to draft for that. We don't need to throw money at
Yeah,
that position. We can go somewhere else and know that that guy's going to hold up.
yeah,
Preparing for the
exactly.
future. All right. Let's talk about history. The NFL sack record is going to fall within the next 5 weeks. Myles Garrett of the Cleveland Browns is currently at 19 sacks. The record held by Michael Strahan, set in 2001 and matched in 2021 by TJ Watt, is 22 and a half sacks. So, over the next 5 games, Myles Garrett needs 4 sacks to break the record. The games remaining for the Cleveland Cavaliers this week, they host the Tennessee Titans. He might get it this week. Rookie Cam Ward is the quarterback for the Titans. He is one of the most sacked quarterbacks in the league. Playing for him on the road.
And he just got here.
and he just got here. I think Justin Herbert is right up there with him this year, actually.
Oh,
so
never mind.
He might be, ahead of Cam Ward actually for most sack.
You mean this Myles Garrett, this guy?
Oh, that guy is on a 6-game sack streak, including one game where he had 5. So he's playing the Tennessee Titans this week, travels to Chicago Bears next week, where Caleb Williams, we know, likes to drift around, scramble around, can get caught in the backfield. Week 16, the Browns are playing the Buffalo Bills, who I think had both offensive tackles injured last week. Week 17 at the Pittsburgh Steelers, week 17 versus the Steelers. They played in week 6. Garrett had 0 sacks that week. And then he closes out the season at Cincinnati, where in week 1 he had 2 sacks. Again, sack record held by Michael Strahan and TJ Watt. Strahan did it in 16 games. The 2001 New York Giants went 7-9, missed the playoffs. They were quarterbacked by, can you remember any of the names from the 2001 Michael Strahan Giants?
No.
They had a twin at running back.
Oh, Tiki
Barber. Kerry Collins
was the quarterback.
Kerry Collins was their quarterback. Their leading receiver that year was Amani Toomer, who I remember vaguely, but not nearly as much as Joe Juravicious. What a name! What a name!
He was good too. Juravicious was good when he was coming out of college and into the NFL. So
nice. Strahan played on the defensive side of the ball with defensive tackle Keith Hamilton, right end Kenny Holmes, linebacker Michael Barrow,
Antonio Pierce.
Antonio Pierce was on the team? Oh, that makes sense. Why didn't I see his name?
Because he was just like, because he was undrafted, so he was probably like on the sideline. He didn't get too popular until the championship
2007.
Years. When he started making a mark.
Jason Sehorn was on the team. Will Allen. What are these generic names though? Will Allen, Sean Williams, Rod Williams.
Those are 2 of
Mort
the better
Anderson.
cornerbacks.
That's what I'm saying. This is the same thing that happened with me and Bruce Smith. I didn't recognize the greatness because I was like,
no, I'm hurt. He asked me at the beginning of the show, he goes, "Hey, have you ever heard of Bruce Smith?" I was like, "You're joking, right?" I'm thinking it's some dude he works with, and he goes, like NFL, Bruce Smith. He goes, "Yeah." It's like, you don't know Bruce Smith is? No.
It's like, I've seen this name in the Madden records and in the NFL stat sheets for decades, and I'm just like, cool. Smith.
Man, just in case you guys don't know, Bruce Smith played for the Buffalo Bills, was a wrecking ball of a player.
Of course.
He could probably, if you talk to a lot of people, he's probably only second to like Reggie White when people talk about defensive ends from that era. Just, you couldn't block him, just like you couldn't block Reggie White. So
that Buffalo team that went to 4 straight seasons and
didn't
four
win
straight Super
anything.
Bowls. Yeah, I think the 30 for 30 name on that team was uh Teams of the Fall, or was it like Four Seasons of Fall?
Or
It might have been
teams that
four.
fall,
No, it might
teams
have
that
been.
fall in the fall.
It might have been Four Seasons of Fall,
Oh,
and it was. I was just thinking of the play on that name, and I was like, "Oh, that's gotta hurt for the
yeah.
Bills fans that went through that." Yeah. So Michael Strahan on that New York Giants team, 22 and a half sacks. And then again in 2021, it was matched by TJ Watt, who did it in 17 games. But he did have 23 and a half if you include the sack he got in the playoffs. Cameron Hayward was in the middle of that Pittsburgh line.
Oh, hey.
Is a sentence you can say for the last 20 years. Cameron Hayward, Alex Highsmith was on the other side, rushing across from TJ Watt. They also had Devin Bush, Terrell Edmonds, Minka Fitzpatrick on the back, and then at
Really
linebacker.
good defense. Really good defense.
Miles Garrett of the Browns had that 5 sack game in week 8 versus the Patriots against former Duke rival school quarterback and Justin Herbert, mountain clone. What's his name?
Daniel Jones.
Drake May.
Oh,
Uh, yeah,
oh,
let's
you
play.
said Duke rival. I'm sorry.
I did.
I
I had
thought you
to.
said Duke. I'm
I
thinking Daniel
originally thought
Jones
he was
because he
from
went
Duke.
to.
Was Daniel Jones from Duke?
Yeah, he went to Duke.
Okay, so I thought Drake May was from Duke, but then I looked it up and I was like, oh, it's UNC. And then I didn't want to write University of North Carolina. So I just wrote dash rival.
But also, Drake May's brother was a star on the basketball team.
Oh, wait. Luke?
Yeah,
Luke May?
yeah,
For the Tar Heels?
yeah. That's his brother.
Does he have another brother that plays baseball? I feel like
Another brother that played baseball.
they have
Yep,
one of those
for
families. Oh,
yeah,
okay. I
yeah,
think I might have just learned that from you, actually. That's not all.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. That
I have
family is
information.
talented. It's crazy.
All right, time to play. Guess which quarterback Michael Strahan and TJ Watt sacked in their record season high game. Both Strahan and TJ Watt did not record a 5 sack game. Their game highs or their season highs were 4 sack games in 2001 and 2021. Strahan had a 4 sack game in 2001 at St. Louis versus an Arena League quarterback from Burlington, Iowa, who would go on to become a Hall of Famer in 2017. What's his name?
Kurt Warner.
Kurt the Barner Warner. That's not his real name.
I know. I was about to say, huh?
This is like the Barner.
What?
TJ Watt had a 4 sack game against Cleveland's Heisman winning cornerback and former first overall pick. His name is.
Yeah. Why can't I think of
He's a small white quarterback for the Browns.
Oh, Johnny Manziel.
Oh, no.
Oh, what?
Baker Mayfield.
Oh, hey, same guy to me.
Wait, right? No, for real. Johnny Manziel was like a couple of years before Baker Mayfield, but Baker Mayfield was like Texas. The successful Johnny Manziel.
Yeah.
And then Baker Mayfield was the Johnny Manziel. And then now Baker Mayfield is once again the better Johnny Manziel. Because there was a time when Baker Mayfield was taking freaking special teams, scout team snaps as a D lineman.
Yeah.
Watt had that game against Baker Mayfield. And all of these games were very competitive. Hey, that guy. Damn, how many cards of these players do you have?
A lot.
All of these games, these high sack games, were competitive. I thought they were just feasting. You know, they just had a really good game against the bad, and they did.
Or it was a game that didn't count really, and people were really playing hard.
Yeah. Myles Garrett had his 5th sack on Drake May with 11 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Strahan had his 4th sack with under 10 minutes left in the 4th quarter. With the Giants down 14-9, they would go on to win that game 15-14. And Watt had his last sack in his high sack game with 4.5 minutes left in the 4th quarter, basically sealing off the win for the Steelers. Good for them, right? There's
Right.
history. I want to talk about now that I set that up for 20 minutes. I want to talk about uh, the Islanders side of this. Where do Samoans, Tongans, Pacific Islanders, Polynesian people kind of rank on the
All
career
time list.
sack list? Most sacks, in one season. Uh, I looked on Pro Football Stats for through the list of most career sacks, and at the top, Bruce Smith, 200 on the dot, 200 career sacks, and then it kind of it tailors off from there. I had to get to the 62nd ranked person to get to like an Islander sounding name. And that was Tamba Hali, who is not a Pacific
Who's
Islander,
not?
dog.
Who's not a Pacific Islander? Just to let you guys know, that's how he sounds.
That was just the first.
Toko brother.
Yeah. Bro, that was the first Islander looking name. And at 62, Tamba Hali has 89 and a half. Okay. The guys around 100 on the dot are Andre Tippett, Carlos Dunlap, Cameron Wake, Charles Haley, William Fuller. Those are guys with 100 sacks. But the names that you mentioned, and I mean, I guess who would you think would have out of our community the most registered NFL sacks? What are the names that come up to you when you think that?
I mean, for me, I'm always going to think Junior Seau, because he played at a position where he was able. Yes, he was a very good run stopping linebacker, played the pass very well, but he also rushed the quarterback pretty well, and he had the opportunity to do it. So Junior Seau was always going to be at my top list. But guys who aren't Junior Seau, I would have put like Dan Saleaumua, who played D tackle for the Chiefs.
Nice.
If you don't remember him, I think he was in the mold of like I guess a Warren Sapp. He's a little rounder than most D tackles, but super athletic. Guys like Mata Nuvasa, who was solid. He played defensive end and D tackle. He'd get in there. Haloti Ngata, just because he could throw you to the side and eat your quarterback alive. Guys like that. We don't really have. There's no real edge rushers in the record books as of now. Like we had guys when they played skill positions, they played either linebacker, running back, those positions. Then you had guys who played a lot of the D tackle positions, and when they played D tackle, they were more the space eaters. They took up space in the middle, run stoppers. No one specialized at edge rushing. And now that the position is at a premium, you're gonna have a lot of guys now. But those are the guys I think of now. Of back then, who had a long career in the NFL that I would have thought would have
rack
been
up some sacks, some quarterback
yeah,
takedowns.
yeah.
So we looked up some of these guys, right? Haloti Ngata, 13 years, he had 32 and a half sacks.
Yeah.
Junior Seau, 20 years, 56.
Yeesh.
56 and a half sacks. Where does that rank on the all-time list? That'd be tied for 181st with Connor Barwin, Bruce Irvin, and Chad Bratsky.
That's not bad. I mean, with Bruce Irvin too, because Bruce Irvin was specifically an edge rusher. He was a specialty. Like he played end, but that's what he did was rush the quarterback well. So not bad for Junior Seau, who did everything else.
Tackle for loss, tackle machine, yeah.
Yeah.
Dan Saleaumua, 12 years, 35 and a half sacks.
Again, a guy who,
Nice.
back then you plugged the Polynesian player in the middle of your D line and was like, look, don't let anybody get past you. You don't have to get to the quarterback, just don't let anybody get past
you. You see the space? We need you to eat it. We need you to eat
it. This is a no standing area here for you.
So yeah, it's not towards the top of the all-time sack list as far as disruptors of the pass.
But as we were talking about too before we got on, You
Mhm.
got guys like Latu out in Indianapolis,
Yep.
who
Yep.
was ranked the top edge rusher coming out the year he got drafted.
He's
Uh,
nice. Yeah.
yeah, he's nice. You got Tuipulotu, who had a big sack this past Sunday, who's been doing it. Who also was mistakenly said he was out of Ohio State. I was like, who is this commentator? It was like Tony Tuipulotu out of Ohio State.
Tony.
I was like, this is so wrong. Who are these guys that you guys are? The commentators get it better. It's Tuli, he went to USC. Come on, man.
There you go.
But guys like that. Then you guys got Frankie Louvu, who has very quickly become also an edge rusher when he's in there. Again, linebacker who does everything, tackles for losses, stops
Mhm.
the run. He's pretty good in coverage, but he's also I think how many sacks does he have? I think he's already
31 career sacks.
there you go. See 31 20 less than junior. So that's
Are right
pretty
up there with long time career guys like Ngata and
not to
Saleaumua.
yeah. So I mean the position is kind of or yeah, the position has changed for us as a like defensive end where we were just like the bigger guy on the end to stop the run or D tackles that were there to stop the run.
Mhm.
You guys coming out of college too or his rookie year actually JR Tuipulotu, he's out in the NFL now out of Ohio State. He was a highly ranked pass rusher coming out. Uh, you got Junior Tuipulotu at Notre Dame right now. Um, who else? There's a lot of just a lot of guys right now in college too who are edge rushers. So you're gonna hear a lot of names like getting sacks now that are Polynesian, totally different than before. So it's nice
uh,
to know.
Frankie, 31 sacks since
Yes,
2018. You have Tuli, who has 23 sacks in the last 2.5 seasons, and then Latu, who has 9.5 through his first 2 seasons in
he's
the
nice,
NFL.
man. He's got his hand
Bro,
movement is crazy, man. Like just the
I
topic.
you see him screaming to the quarterback wide open with some of the moves that he pulls off
Yeah,
from the line of scrimmage. He just
yeah,
leaves it
man.
there, and then he's going for the quarterback. So, yeah, we love to see that. Yeah, and also Frankie being a linebacker over like an actual D end is another thing. Like
He's
you think
also
about
they
that,
he's
right?
had his hand in the ground a couple of times when he was in Carolina. Like they
Mm-hmm.
moved him out to the end on sub packages. So he has played defensive end, but I mean that's just because he's a good edge rusher. So
Well, to have 30 sacks from the linebacker spot is
yeah,
crazy.
it's crazy. It's a
And
lot.
we think about kind of like our people mostly being big space eaters, D
Yeah.
tackles. What is it going to take to become edge rushing, pass disrupting specialists? Do you think? Do
I
you think
think it's
it's
already happening.
training? Do you think it's
Yeah.
diet? Do you think it's what?
No, just training. I mean diet of course, that's for everything. But I think as far as training wise, just the skills that are being taught now, and I think it's happening. It's happened already. Like we just named these guys who are coming into the league who have those skill sets now. So just recognizing what their skill sets are coming out of like high school or younger now. And it's not like before because we were kind of just like pigeonholed into like, no, that's what you're gonna play. You can't play like defensive end or edge rusher. You can't play
Yeah.
linebacker. You're better suited to play in the middle because lower body wise, you're really strong from your hips down, legs. Like, and that's what makes a lot of Polynesian guys good linemen because they're solid. You can't move them because their base alone is super strong. So, I mean, just getting away from stigmas like that. But training wise, definitely. And you're seeing it already paying dividends for, yeah, we didn't even mention Mateo Uyunglele out at Oregon, who is killing. He's got to be top defensive end at least coming out top five, I think, coming out of college if he decides to leave college early this year. And then Jonah
That's
Laulu was leading or was like second in the league in sacks for like the first half of and he plays D tackle. So a lot of the I guess idea of Poly's just playing defensive tackle have changed, so which is cool, and the training has come a long way as well. If you see coaches like Yona Uyunglele, who runs a lineman camp, he's just one of many, but his camp, because his nephew trained with him as well. Um, Mateo trained with him, and just how well he's doing. And then you got a lot of guys like I don't know if you're not following high school really, you won't know guys like Dutch Horsky, who was out of I want to say he's out of the same school as Mateo in high school, but um, a lot of the linemen that train with Coach Yona are like top defensive ends, top edge rushers coming out of high school. So again, like you said, training wise, I think is big,
Right.
and a lot of it's changed. So just getting faster, um, the hand placement, skill wise, a lot of if you guys are training and try to get into some like jujitsu or some kind of martial arts, aikido, dealing with your hands, slapping away or just changing people's directions with your hands. Get into that, you know, it'll help a lot. Promise. And footwork.
Oh, I think I'm gonna put Nora into jujitsu this year.
Oh, hell yeah. That way we can run our security business when we decide to get back into it, and Nora can be our
Freaking hand-to-hand combat
right.
specialist trainer.
Like who's kicking you
All
out?
right, guys.
My niece is
She's just over here throwing people over her shoulder.
yeah, there you
Here.
go.
Got to be customer service about it, though.
Oh, for sure. We'll say sorry after.
Thank you to everybody for tuning in as we're getting ready to close out the NFL season and get into the playoffs, get into basketball, get into spring training. Keep it locked all year round. It doesn't stop when football stops. I mean, we get
No, it
less
doesn't.
happy, but it's
It
still
doesn't.
shows the show goes on. Uh what do we have here? Shout outs. Shout outs. You got any shout outs for this week?
Yeah, man. Shout out to USC alum, former NFL player Ray Malunga, the Cincinnati Bengals, being inducted into the 2026 Polynesian Hall of Fame. Yay, man!
Whoa, whoa.
I remember watching and seeing Ray's name. It was like for me, it was just like, damn, that's hella cool. Because he was so highly rated coming out of high school and then going to USC and then hearing people. I'm a big college football fan, so watching college football, just it was cool to see Ray out there. He was such a menace on the field at linebacker, and that's what you want. He got into the league, but he had decent seasons. The career wasn't like a Hall of Fame career, but he was real decent in the NFL. So really great to see him get into. I think he did well deserved for him. Yeah, congratulations to Ray. And then congratulations to today is National Signing Day for college. So if you have any sons or nephews playing football, going to college, today would be the day they sign. And one of my friends from college, Joe Tuli, his son and his son's cousin, Malachi and Madden Soliai, Malachi Soliai Tuli signed with UCLA. They initially both signed with UCLA. Malachi is going to go to UCLA. Madden's going to go to Boise State. Shout out also to Talanoa Ely. He is arguably the number one linebacker in the country. Signed with USC. He transferred from, I want to say Orange Lutheran in California to play his last season out in Hawaii at Kahuku. So that's cool to see. And then guys like Tom Tuipulotu, man, that guy is going to be a menace at USC. Big defensive tackle, probably the number one defensive tackle in the country, depending on who you're talking to. But he's going to USC. It's fun to see his videos because he always has these interactions with the the crowd during warmups. Like you see him arguing with like a lot of these guys, but he's one of those guys that he's going to talk it, and then in the game you see later he's going to wreck your offensive line. So he's going to USC, and then another kid from Texas, Tikiola, going to Notre Dame, another highly touted defensive tackle. And these are just a few of the names going to colleges this year. There's a ton of kids also from American Samoa signed. I haven't seen any names yet, but I do know, talking to some of the coaches back home, that they've got kids going to directly to D1 schools, which isn't a new thing in American Samoa because there's a lot of kids who have signed directly to D1 schools or even D2, D3 schools without going to a junior college, which is cool to see. But I know it's been more, I guess, prevalent now in the islands with how the training's changed, coaching's changed, the programs have changed. They've got boosters now, they got actual trainers, and so the football, high school football in American Samoa has really, really, really stepped it up from when I was in high
Nice.
school. Yeah, it's cool to see. I mean, having a trainer, a dedicated trainer to your team, that's big because uh, when I was in high school, you got hurt. It was just kind of like, hey, call the paramedics. You didn't have a trainer on the sideline with your team. But yeah, man, it's a big day for a lot of kids who are going to get to go to school for free. And not only that, now with the NIL deals, they might be able to get paid a little bit to help their families now before they get into the league or before they get that degree,
Oh,
start a
wow.
career. Yeah, so it's big. It's big for a lot of these kids, man. Um, it's going to help a lot of families, I think. It's changed a lot. There are bad and good things about NIL, but this is one of the good things. Is some of these families are probably need the help.
Recognizing the,
Yeah,
the
yeah. So
reaping the
uh,
benefits of playing
definitely,
professional football
definitely,
before 21, 22 years of age.
exactly. I mean, all the money, all the time, all the effort that these families have put in, not just the players, but the families that they put into it. Not that I'm saying you should go out and train your kids to go to college just so they can get NIL deals, because the reality is a lot of these kids are going to have to get actual jobs after, but they get to go to school and pave a way to some type of career if it's not the NFL or NBA or Major League
Yeah.
Baseball. So
Is all the NIL money connected to how much sports gambling and sports betting is blowing up?
I
Because you
mean,
have
you
that
can
like
say no for sure. You can say no, but there's got to be some way that they're creating revenue from
or
that.
like the entity or
Yeah,
the industry is growing together.
that's why they have these groups now that put together NIL monies for school.
Mm-hmm. It's
And
basically fundraising to see who can
right,
have the
that's
most.
and that's what
Some
and that's
people
what.
have big time pockets, and some
Yeah,
people have to crowd fund together.
that's true. And
Lane
so,
Kiffin, what do you get? 10
oh my
years,
gosh, that deal's
140
going to
million.
be. And that's Lane Kiffin. He's put in the work. He's of course going to get a bigger contract, but with that for LSU, it just means also more money for the school. Not that they're a small school that's been in need of money. They're one of the bigger programs in the country, but for the kids that are playing, it means a lot more. And hopefully, like for I know football right now, for most of the country is going to be the big revenue sport at your college, but maybe the money trickles down into the other programs, hopefully, and it helps out the other programs too who are receiving lesser money, but with the
Mm.
same type of, you know, athletes that are there, same level of athletes there on other sports teams. So that is the hope, of course. But
I went to Zoo Lights this week
oh,
uh,
nice.
with some other families, some friend families, and one of the kids was wearing a Tigers hat, a purple and yellow Tigers hat, and I was like, LSU? And he was like, LSU. It's like a 4-year old. He doesn't know, but he's been coached up to be LSU. And I was like, Lane Kiffin. And I just kind of like was thinking about it. I wasn't following the Lane Kiffin, story, but I was like, I said Lane Kiffin, and his dad appeared on my shoulder and was like, did I hear someone mention our coach? I was like, no,
Who by who,
who just
which
became their
is
coach.
which is funny because just 2 days ago he was probably cursing Lane Kiffin out because Ole Miss been smacking Ole Miss these past couple of seasons. So, oh, you know what? And that brings me to two of my last shout outs. Shout out to Coach Tavita Pritchard,
Yeah.
who's been coaching with the Washington Commanders for the past 2 seasons, and his has grown into a really beloved figure in the organization.
Mhm.
And they have a video of just the guys showing him congratulations with him leaving, just a outpouring
The
support
Commanders
for him.
team now.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's dope.
And then
That's dope.
he had Frankie out there, so like Frankie was close with them and a lot of Frankie's family out there. Like They really got
Oh,
connected.
nice.
But he has now been given the job as the head football coach at Stanford, which is great because that's where he played
Alma
for
mater.
former quarterback and now the recent GM of Stanford, Andrew Luck. So
Nice.
connecting again in another way than catching passes from each other. And then shout out to Coach uh my gosh, Coach of BYU, Shiaki, turning down Penn State to stay at BYU, which is
Nice.
unheard of. Shitaki, so Coach Shitaki, congratulations to you, man. I know there was some money involved, but I mean, it
Good.
can't just be about
Good.
money because Penn State could probably offer you more money, I think. But if BYU gave you more money to stay, you deserve it. You turn that program around. Congratulations also to you for staying somewhere that you're probably going to be more more liked, more recognized. Your recruiting is probably going to be better out in Utah and at BYU. Might need to get
Yeah,
some
you're gonna have to reintroduce yourself at Penn
right,
State, go around. Yeah,
right,
you already got it locked at BYU, so yeah.
yeah. So that's big. That's big. So love to see stuff like that, man. Love to see
Bobby
stuff like that.
Pritchard, Puka Nakua. We'll talk about that. Puka Nakua's journey home.
Hey, if you guys haven't seen it, it's cool.
It's
Go
cool.
take a
It's
look
30
at it.
minutes. It's nice to
Yeah,
see Samoa.
yeah, it
Uh,
is. And to him to interact, him and his mom get to go back. He gets to meet people that he hasn't met in his family before. See places his grandparents grew up, talk to his aunts and uncles out there. And then his interaction, my favorite, like I was telling you, Lance, is his interaction with some of the kids at the school and just like he's
well,
played
that's what I
ish with one of the
wanted.
kids.
That's actually what I wanted to point out. Can Puka Nakua really be a young goat if he's getting smacked at ish by a 8-year-old in Samoa? This fool got run out the building.
Hey man, it's where the game originated from. I don't care what people say. Ish was from the islands. Ish is from the islands. The best, you know what? The best ish players I've seen in church play from end of the church to the other while people are have their heads bobbed. I've seen two kids on two different sides of the church. I've also seen them get slapped at the same time by their moms because they got caught. But bro, if you can beat somebody from across the church doing church service and
Yeah.
not get up and be like, yeah, voila, you know what I mean? That's skill, man. Man, and the variations of the game that I've seen in Samoa
Uh-huh.
are crazy. Like they got this other one where you do like instead of just a one, you go like 1, 2, 3, and I've seen people get out on all three most at one
Yeah.
time. I was like, that's wild that the game is evolved like that.
I need
Like
to
I'd
understand
rather
that
see
new
that
way.
than slap championships. Yep, yep,
Yeah, yeah.
man,
Bro, an ish championship.
bro, that's what I'm saying.
I
And
think we could do it on Zoom.
when kids started doing like the Street Fighter moves, oh, I've seen the kids like, yeah, and I want
Okay.
to, oh man, it was wild. It was wild. I'm telling you. I mean, I'm not gonna say I was pretty good.
Hadouken.
Yeah, I mean, I was pretty good at ish back in the day, but I can tell you this: I'd never beat an 8-year-old in American Samoa. I could never beat the 8-year-olds in Samoa. I can tell you that.
uh yeah, look that up on YouTube. The Journey Home, Puka Nakua, Samoa, him and his mom's trip back to their
Yeah,
families'
man,
homes. They're in
super cool.
where they landed, Faleolo, went to Apia, and then yeah, we're out and about.
Yeah, man.
Uh yeah, we can go more into depth uh either next episode or do like a one-off
For
on IG
sure,
Live or something.
for sure. Everybody go watch it so we can talk about it next episode. How about that?
Yeah, check it out, definitely. All right. Shout out to Levasa also. Again,
Always, always.
www.levasaislandapparel.com or follow them on Instagram, le_vasa. And to the pod boys at the network, Polytickin Network, follow on Instagram, follow on Patreon, also the network page on YouTube.
Yeah, man. Go check out Marcus's new comics he gets like every day. We be trying to tell each other to slow down, but it's not working. We've been trying to.
Who had
It's
a
like
box? He had
right.
a box full.
Man, it's like
Whoa!
it's one addict trying to counsel another addict about not buying this stuff, and it's
But
not
then you
working.
start talking about what you're trying to buy.
And then it's
We
not
really
working.
got to chill out after this new one. Did you
Right? I
hear
said,
about
hey,
that?
hey,
Oh no, but
but
thanks
look,
for the
man,
info. Did you hear
if you
about this?
stop, that's what I'm saying. But if you stop, then you don't get cool stuff like this, man. That's the boy Tet, man. You know what I mean? On the elevate. So I'm
That's a
saying,
romantic
man.
billet. Get that guy out of Carolina.
Yeah. Hey, man, I like him out there. I like him out there, man.
He's gonna
You
be
know,
the best wherever he goes. It doesn't matter.
yeah. But you know what? And then I got like, this is Lance's favorite player ever. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Tua
So,
Tagovailoa, shout out to him for getting drafted by the Dolphins before the Chargers took him because the Chargers were going to take him with the sixth pick. But hey,
wow.
look at this
Wow.
guy. It all worked out. Yeah, that's our show for this week. Follow, where can people follow you? You're dropping the card videos, you're dropping the packages.
Man,
Mail
hey,
day.
come check me out, man. Come check me out. Just a little way to show people what I do in my off time. This stuff, I mean, you hear the story all the time, man. I used to do a lot of dumb shit back in the day. So I'm a little old.
What? This is the first time hearing of this.
So so this stuff, man, keeps me at home. It's fun for me and the people you get to meet. Again, I always say the people you get to meet when you're doing stuff like this is fun. But yeah, man, F underscore REST or four underscore REST on Instagram for Stodalove. Come follow me. Check out there's some cool stuff, man. Like I don't know what you guys collect if you guys collect anything, but I do a lot of cards. So football, basketball, Dragon Ball, Naruto, mainly Pokemon, but Pokemon's been hard to get lately. So One Piece, but like cool stuff like that. That's you can see
What
that.
is that? Is that a special Goku?
Yep, that's a special illustration Goku. I don't know if the glare sucks right now, but
It's so shiny.
it is. I mean, look,
It's still shiny.
it's shiny. Gosh damn it! Oh, I know
Is
what
that a
it is.
special scene that Dragon Ballers would know?
Yeah, I mean, it's just him going like Super Saiyan. So,
There it is.
so yeah, Son Goku. So, stuff like that is cool. I like to put out the content. I mean, one, it keeps you busy, and I mean, if I don't post it, who's gonna see it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's
Don't
no
ask,
shame
don't
in
get.
posting. That's what I mean. So, and then you get to see like, so now I'm sending off a package to, if you guys follow WNBA, I'm sending off to Chelsea Gray. She graciously said yes to signing my cards, so I'm gonna get her to sign those. I'm gonna try to sneak in some Asia cards. Sorry, Chelsea. If she can't sign them, if she doesn't sign them for any reason, or she doesn't do signings, perfectly fine. If it's too much to ask, my bad. But if
Hey,
Chelsea get those signed, that'd be cool. And it's not like I'm trying to sell them; they're for my personal collection. So yeah, man. I pulled the Paige Becker's variation card the other day, which on the market right now. And this is not why I collect, but also if you're collecting for value, the Paige Becker's card alone, I paid $24 for the box that I bought it on. The card right now sits at $537. So of course you can't just be out somewhere and be like, hey, buy this card, and someone's gonna buy it for. You have to find the right buyer. You have to send offers to people, and then people are going to counter your offer. You might not get the whole 537, but that's what it's valued at right now. That was its last sale. So you have things like that, man. I mean, all to consider. But my thing is, if you're going to collect something, make sure you like it, because as
yeah.
everything that's collectible, it'll rise in value and it'll drop in value. You know what I mean?
It'll
So like,
drop.
there's times and not like drop forever, but the market is just like a stock market. Once if it's something popular, it's gonna stay up. If it has staying power, it'll drop a little bit, but not to like where you're like, oh no, I lost all my money. But yeah, like anything of value, it'll rise and drop, and it'll do that repeatedly, like within a month. But that's what I said. If you're gonna collect something, make sure it's something that you like. So like if it's cards, make sure if you go after a value card, that's fine, but don't make the whole hobby about you trying to pick up money for everything you get. Like make sure it's something you like super like. So like I collect Pokemon and I picked this up. That's a promo Charizard from the last one. So when it first came out, this thing was at like $400. It's now all the way
Yeah.
down to like 70. But the card itself, like I don't want to sell it because that's probably one of the best Charizard arts out ever. So yeah, man, you get to cool real stuff. I know you have some Phantasmal Flame. You got an ETB. You got a couple
Oh,
of
I got two booster bundles.
and two booster bundles. You got an ETB though? Did you get an ETB?
No, I
Okay.
got there late. I got two booster
Oh,
bundles
okay.
and some packs, but I
So the packs, like I'm saying, the packs you might be able to open one, but I mean, like you said, it also might just like put you into the gateway of now I need to open more, and your booster
yeah.
bundles might open. But you get to put there's a card in there. So the chase card right now are two Charizards. One is a
No.
one is it, and the other one is gold. It's a hyper rare.
One's gold and one's a special illustration rare.
Yes, but both
uh
are valued at close to 9 right now. So they came out
here
when they first came out, they were 15, but now even though their value dropped, they're still at 9. Like that's crazy.
I feel like we're gonna have to do like a so my nephew is into Pokemon, right?
Ooh,
And I think I'm just gonna give him a couple of the packs.
you should.
But also I'm gonna take a couple packs for myself and then we
Yeah.
can open them together.
Ooh,
Uh
I
and
like it.
then I was like, no, I should not do that. I should just give
Yes.
it to him and walk away. I should actually should just buy him some different ones. But yeah, that'll be I think I'm gonna take him some packs for Christmas when we go visit them.
Oh, dope, man. Let me know. And let me know what he likes. And then I could probably give you some stuff to like
Oh yeah, I'll send it over to him.
yeah, as
Uh
a gift. But yeah, I mean, follow us, man. If you have the time.
Hey, if you don't have
For
the time, shoot the follow, please.
yeah,
Thank you.
thank you. For underscore REST Dodalao on IG, and then follow us here at the Polynesian. You know, we can talk sports. Come talk with us, man. Come hang out with us. Talk sports with us. Talk cards. Just come talk with us, man.
Let us know. I'm gonna go. Oh, I see what's happening now. I forgot I took that. Thank you to everybody for listening. We very much appreciate your time hanging with us. Make sure to follow the network. Make sure to follow Forrest. Make sure to follow here. And we'll see you guys next week. Stay hydrated. Stay blessed. Stay balling. Love and light. Peace.
Believe in your team, even though they're not gonna make the playoffs this year. Go Raiders.